From being the most admired student in school to causing trouble by fighting, his days are filled with sadness until his love reappears once again, bringing hope to him, just like it did initially, giving him the courage to survive. And he will never forget that very cold, very quiet day, the strong smell of blood falling into darkness making him unable to breathe. When he was young, he witnessed his mother being assaulted right in front of him. This image kept replaying in his mind. He felt like he was falling into an abyss, like being strangled by someone else. Perhaps only death could help him escape all the torment. Just as he was about to be engulfed by darkness, suddenly a voice called out. "What are you doing?" stopped him. A girl with gentle light and beauty appeared in his view. Lin Weixia gently held his hand. She took a candy out of her pocket and placed it in his palm. "The sun is fair, it just sometimes forgets to shine on the righteous. My mother said life is like a candy, always bitter before sweet. After the bitter ends, it will be better. So just keep trying and you will get through." He hurriedly asked, "What is your name?" But the girl didn't leave a name. "It's a secret, if it's fate we will meet again." Lin Weixia smiled, "Goodbye. Parting once after 10 years. Lin Weixia has been a high school student since then. She is a good student. Even the teachers are constantly amazed when looking at her grades. Her academic achievements are all A's. Although the science subject is slightly weak, her overall performance still ranks first. She even won a prize in the writing competition last year. The teacher is very hopeful about her performance after transferring to a new school." Lin Weixia gently smiles and hands a tissue to the homeroom teacher to wipe his sweat. She responds, "Thank you, I will try my best. I remember that Shanghai invited you before, but you declined. This time you came. I must say I am quite surprised." Lin Weixia is silent for 3 seconds. That's right, now she has a reason to come, and her appearance now makes the initially quiet class chaotic. Quiet. Our class has a new student who is also the new representative of the literature department. Now let's welcome her to introduce herself. "Hello everyone, I'm Lin Weixia, please help me more in the future." After the introductions, some students commented, "She's beautiful. But dressed so simply, she must be an F student. He's quite cute. Not bad. Pretty skin. Just arrived and already the representative of the literature department, seems like a good achievement." Lin Weixia turned to ask the teacher, "Where should I sit, sir?" "You can sit in the empty seat, we will adjust accordingly." There was a boy named Ning Chao at the back row who generously volunteered to have her sit with him. "Sit here, there's still an empty seat next to me." Lin Weixia happily walked over to the seat, while the 2 girls next to her whispered to each other. Luckily they didn't make her sit next to Ban Xing. Indeed, no girl has been worthy of sitting next to him yet. Ban Xing is absent again today, what a shame. Lin Weixia glanced at the 2 girls for a moment, then looked at the empty seat and saw the signature on the book. The name they just mentioned was Ban Xing. "And you, Ms. Lin's colleague, introduced yourself, I'm Ning Chao." Lin Weixia also greeted and said, "You're like me, a student invited by Shanghai?" Ning Chao explained, "If she didn't know, don't you know? Shanghai maintains its reputation by enrolling a small number of students each year that society cares about called F students. That's me. There are also A students. You may experience how stupid this system is in the future." "So what?" Lin Weixia pondered. Before long, the school bell rang. The previous literature homework remained. In these 2 days, the delegates remembered to bring it back to the office. Lin Weixia went to the restroom, feeling how much the young man named Ban Xing was loved. "It's annoying, Ban Xing didn't come today, wasted effort on makeup. Because of makeup I even skipped class." In his eyes, apart from basketball, there is only astronomy. Could you be a star? Or do you go to the astronomy platform to block him? Anyway, the school's astronomy platform is only for him, no one else can get in. By then, you undress. Do you want to die? Haha, did I say something wrong? Lin Weixia entered the restroom and saw them laughing. Lu Xijia enthusiastically called out to her, "Weixia, have you really come to Shanghai School? I thought you were just bluffing about Shanghai to deceive others. but I didn't expect to meet you here. Your writing score is quite high, only 2 points lower than the top scorer in our school. Lin Weixia tilted her head and asked, who is the top scorer? At this point, Lu Xijiao's cheeks blushed as she answered, Ban Sheng. The astronomy club president? Lu Xijiao nodded, yes, the one that the girls gossip about in the restroom. The school's observatory is his, because his family donated 2 laboratories to the school. Who wouldn't want someone like him? Lu Xijiao was narrating Ban Sheng's achievements in an engaging way, but she saw Lin Weixia texting on her phone. Weixia, what are you doing? Lin Weixia, without changing her expression, looked up and replied, I'm urging the observatory, asking him to submit the essay quickly. Lu Xijiao quickly grabbed the phone and said, let me help you. After composing and sending the message, Lu Xijiao excitedly said, appointment is set. Let's go submit the assignment at 5 p.m. on Saturday. I'll cover for you tomorrow. Weixia, can you quickly help me think about what to wear tomorrow? Sure, I'll help you with some suggestions. A longing transcends youth. 10 years have passed, meeting again, the girl has become a good student, cold and gentle. He has become a top student. Although he did not recognize the familiar face of her, but the familiar butterfly mark told him that she was the one who helped him when he was a child, the love he always kept hidden in his heart. At 5 p.m. on Saturday, Shen High School does not allow students to work outside. Today is the last day Lin Weixia works part-time. Surprisingly, there was a commotion in the internet cafe. 2 boys not far away are fighting. She quickly picked up the phone. Security, I am Lin Weixia, the receptionist of the Jinghai Internet Cafe. There are people fighting here. Hurry up. But before she could finish speaking, an ID card was immediately thrown on the counter. A proud voice immediately rang out, I will compensate for all the things that have been damaged. She saw the boy in a coat with a cap covering his face. He had pulled the other boy outside. Lin Weixia took the identity card and looked at it. The name Ban Sheng was written above. Is this Lu Xijia and the girl pursuing her in school? Is he someone at an observatory or something? She immediately chased after him in the heavy rain. At the corner of the road, the boy with glasses was hugging Ban Sheng tightly. Please don't hit me again, please let me go. Ban Sheng smirked with a cigarette in his mouth. Now asking for forgiveness seems a bit too late. Hit him. They were about to start when Lin Weixia chased after them. She shouted, you bully Ban Sheng. She was wet and messy in the rain, so Ban Sheng just glanced at her without recognizing her. But as Lin Weixia approached slowly, the butterfly mark on her face became more and more clear. Ban Sheng stared at the girl. At that moment, the buried things in Ban Sheng's heart once again surfaced. On the calm face, the storm begins to appear. They stand looking at each other in the rain, for eyes meeting. Lin Weixia hesitated to speak first. He is about to be beaten to death by them. Ban Sheng, with a cigarette in his mouth, lightly chuckled. He bent down, holding a baseball bat, looking at his friend kneeling on the ground. Someone has come out to beg for you. Shall I save face for you? His friend nodded vigorously. Thank you, Ban Yi. Thank you, Ban Yi. Ban Sheng pressed the bat against his face. He looked up with his broken glasses at Ban Sheng, who said, then it's good, I'll give you a break. Keep hitting you. Suddenly, someone pulled Ban Sheng's shirt. You are Ban Sheng's classmate. Upon closer inspection, it was Lin Weixia with a clear gaze. At this moment, he was slightly panicked. Lin Weixia let go and asked, you are Ban Sheng's classmate, why are you being violent here? What are you talking about? Violence? My brother is clearly. The group of followers wanted to explain the reason, but was stopped by Ban Sheng. He coldly dropped the bat to the ground. The clattering sound frightened the kneeling man. Ban Sheng's cold face glanced at him. Get lost, don't let me see you again. The boy with glasses fearfully pulled up his pants and ran away in an instant. Thank you, Ban Yi. I will leave immediately. Lin Weixia continued to ask, aren't you supposed to be meeting Lu Xijia to submit your homework? Why are you here? He took a puff of cigarette and immediately extinguished the cigarette in his hand, while talking and walking towards Lin Weixia. I don't like proactive people. but if you actively pursue me like this, I might consider it. The best student suddenly meets the past love that once brought hope to him when he was young. Meeting again after 10 years, he is no longer the dark and pessimistic boy as before, but a young master admired by many female students. The person who once brought warmth and sunshine to his soul is now a smart but cold and poor girl. The imbalance in status creates a huge class divide between them. The school's hierarchical system makes their distance even more pronounced. At this moment, Lin Weixia's phone rang. Lu Xijia texted, "I've been waiting at the park near his house for over 2 hours, and he still hasn't arrived. It's getting dark, it's about to rain, maybe a storm is coming." She composed a reassuring message, "Don't worry, send me your location, I'll come pick you up." After sending the message, Lin Weixia turned coldly and left. The friend next to him also spoke up, "Dude, it's raining heavily now. Maybe we should." Now Bansheng finally came to his senses and patted him on the shoulder, "Let's go." He breathed a sigh of relief. She really didn't recognize me. In the park, when Lin Weixia ran over, her friend Lu Xijia was completely drenched by the rain. Lu Xijia was particularly focused on makeup today more than usual. But now she looks very pitiful. Lin Weixia put her coat on her friend, "Sorry, I was late because of traffic jam." Lu Xijia threw herself into Weixia's arms and cried, her throat choked, "Thank you." Lin Weixia stroked Lu Xijia's head to comfort her, "Next time, if you can't wait, just go back." Lu Xijia blushed with embarrassment and stammered, I know. The rain has stopped, let's go. Lu Xijia stood up and followed Lin Weixia home. She hesitantly asked Lin Weixia about today. Lin Weixia warmly replied, "Don't worry, I won't say anything." Hearing this, Lu Xijia smiled and sighed in relief, "Thank you." As they passed by a convenience store, Lu Xijia told Lin Weixia, "Wait for me for a bit, I'll buy some things." "Shopkeeper, do you have cigarettes from Huang Helu?" "All sold out, would you like to see a different brand?" "But he likes this brand." Lin Weixia looked at the figure of his best friend. She thought of her friend Bansheng, who truly deserves to be loved like he is. On the second day after transferring schools, Lin Weixia felt the strangeness of this system. That girl is new here, never met her before, looks pretty cute. Ask which class she's in? A classmate wearing a bright red tie greeted her, "Hello." But as soon as she turned around, the navy blue tie immediately changed his expression. You're an F student?" Lin Weixia nodded, "Yes, probably." After hearing that, the girl quickly wiped her hands with disdain, then threw the paper towel into the trash can and left. "You're an F student, I didn't notice just now." As she walked away, she murmured, "Today is so unlucky." Although the appearance is not bad, but unfortunately an F student, looking closely can't hide the poverty, haha. Another classmate with a navy blue tie came to comfort her, "Weixia, don't mind them, they're always like that. My name is..." Before she could finish, Lin Weixia called out her name, "Fang Mao, sit right next to you." The girl was happy, "Wow, you know my name again, I'm so happy." Lin Weixia curiously asked Fang Mao, "I want to ask, why did they mistake me for an F student earlier?" Fang Mao explained, "Because of the color of the tie. Student A is red. Student F is navy blue. And there is a clear difference between these two colors. Student A usually has a good family background, good learning conditions, has been living in wealth since childhood. While the variety of student F is complex, either poor performance or a normal family background. There are also students who transfer from other schools. Student A is arrogant and always looks down on student F, saying they don't want to talk to student F. Everyone is not born equal, just happen to study at the same school, so it's normal to avoid them." Surprisingly, Lu Xijia, best friend, hugged Lin Weixia's arm, "I've been looking for you for a long time, let's go eat quickly." In the school cafeteria, even when eating together, students of different grades do not sit together. On the table is a delicious grilled beef dish brought by Lu Xijia. "Weixia, this is something my aunt made. What she makes is very delicious, or if you want to eat something specific, just let me know." Lin Weixia said, "Thank you," and handed over a glass of sugar-free lemonade. She thought it suited Lu Xijia, her glass was half sugar. Their relationship transcending their social class surprises others. Both are really beautiful girls, but aren't they students of Class F? Why is Lu Xijia eating with students of Class F? Lu Xijia happily accepted, "Thanks Xia Xia, I really want to quit drugs." Suddenly, two burly male students marched into the door. Qiao Minghua, Ban Xing's classmate, angrily scolded the bespectacled guy for cheating his grandmother out of a lot of money. "Handle him, make him look like a beggar. Beat him until he needs to be hospitalized." Ban Xing immediately stopped the noise of the younger siblings, coldly telling him, "Okay, don't talk about this outside." Qiao Minghua felt frustrated and asked in disbelief, "Why? What gives you the right to take all the blame for the rumors?" Seeing Ban Xing's expression, Lu Xijia's eyes lit up. She was also one of the thousands of Ban Xing's fans. "Xia Xia, it's him. He's here to eat," that's Ban Xing. Sitting 2 tables behind him, she finished, standing up and taking Lin Weixia's lemonade. "Oh, Lu Xijia, this cup is." "Oh, Xia Xia, I'll switch cups with you. Ban Xing likes sweet, so I'll give him half of this sugar-filled cup for him to conveniently ask him about the missed appointment," then cheerfully sang a song straight towards Ban Xing, seemingly completely forgetting the previous incident where Ban Xing stood her up. But Ban Xing didn't even look at her, he just stared at his phone. Lin Weixia glanced at him. A moment later, Lu Xijia returned to the table. "You're back?" Lu Xijia smiled happily just because Ban Xing accepted the lemonade she gave. There's already Coke on his table, but he still accepted it. Lin Weixia asked with concern, "What did he say about standing you up that day?" Lu Xijia hugged her hot cheeks. "He said it was his fault, quite surprising. He had already drunk his water, so I reluctantly forgave him." "Really?" Lin Weixia paused in her eating motion, raised her head to glance at Ban Xing, coincidentally meeting his eyes as he was looking at her. He had a bad boy face, looking mischievous, but still loved by the girls. He exuded an extremely strong possessiveness. Like a jaguar hiding in the tropical forest waiting to pounce on its prey, Lin Weixia just quietly watched him tear open the straw of the lemonade glass that belonged to her. "It's terrible, why does it feel like he's doing it on purpose?" A rescue from childhood memories made him remember the girl for 10 years. Now meeting again still has an unstoppable stir, even though he is the male god that all the female students in the school admire. But he only loves the love in his heart. But Lin Weixia seems to not recognize him as a rich and powerful young master, who likes him a lot without hesitation, but he is indifferent. But those who actively approach him, he will agree. The class after lunch today became noisier and more lively than usual. Some girls are applying lipstick, some are drawing eyebrows. Finally, Lin Weixia found the source of this noise. No wonder they are so happy. It turns out Ban Xing has gone to school. Under the sun, Ban Xing is lazily leaning back in his chair, casually playing with the fire. Wherever this man appears, he attracts attention. An enthusiastic young man is discussing a football match with Ban Xing. "Hey Ban, did you watch that match last night? Defender number 12 was so cool, let's open a cold beer, to celebrate." But his attention is completely focused on Lin Weixia, passing by the table. Classmate Feng Mao starts whispering to her, "Ban Xing has a good background, good academic performance, and excellent physics. Except for his cold personality, many girls like guys who are handsome and intelligent like him." "Oh, have you seen the shoes he's wearing?" Feng Mao points to Ban Xing's shoes. "Tattoos on the ankles, that's a chrysanthemum. There's a rumor that it's drawn for the girl he likes. Because he likes her, even the school rules can't stop him. He's an outstanding person, probably like student A." Lin Weixia began to lose focus. Suddenly, a blue notebook with Ban Xing's name on it flew onto her desk. Lin Weixia looked up, it was him. He coldly said 3 words, "Submit your homework." The sunlight shone on the right side of his face, with both hands comfortably in his pockets. "You can change the person who checks your homework next time." Lin Weixia suddenly remembered Lu Xijia, who was scolded for climbing a tree to submit her homework. She recalled the threatening words from that day and hurriedly went to him. He looked confident and comfortable, his intimidating demeanor matching the threatening words from that day. He is truly very ruthless, but the fact that Bansheng actively talked to student F caused chaos in the classroom. Wow, Bansheng talked to you and you didn't pay attention, but next time change partners. But Lin Weixia felt a little disgusted because she hated the threatening tone like that day. Suddenly, the school loudspeaker announced, "All students please gather at the gym to participate in the sports competition." The student union will unexpectedly inspect the rituals of each class. Fang Mao just stood up and found Lin Weixia's name tag missing. She also reached out to touch, but couldn't find it. "You go ahead and participate first, I'll go look for it." Where did it fall? But searching all the corridors and classrooms, still couldn't find it. Surprisingly, a pair of sneakers blocked her view. Bansheng, facing her, seemed elegant and a bit conceited. He smirked and then his hand opened. "Are you looking for your name tag?" Lin Weixia sighed in relief, saying, "Thank you for picking up my name tag." Bansheng then stepped forward, standing close to Lin Weixia, his breath mixed with the smell of cigarettes blowing on her face. Bansheng smirked, "This is something new, I didn't pick it up." "Remember to pay me 50,000, he said, then left. In a moment of confusion, Lin Weixia watched him walk away. He wasn't as fierce as he was last night, but he was always cold to the girls at school. Lin Weixia was a bit puzzled. Why would he help her? She used to be the one who brought light to him. From now on he will protect her on his own path ahead. Today, Bansheng took the first step to protect his beloved wife. The students had gathered in the courtyard, ready for the test. Fang Mao asked, "Did you find the name tag?" She wanted to remind Lin Weixia to tie her hair back up. "Your hair can't be left loose, because..." Before she could finish, a voice interrupted, "Lin Weixia." In the next second, she saw Li Qingran, the head of the student council, standing opposite with a proud expression. "Have you not memorized the rules of Shanghai? I'll give you 1 minute to tie your hair up high." Lin Weixia was neither timid nor arrogant. "I'm sorry, it's not convenient. I have special circumstances, and I reported to the teacher before enrolling." Li Qingran did not expect to be rejected. You're just an F student. Neglectful attitude, not paying attention will result in low grades. Can't the student council control you? You don't even listen to what I say, or..." After that, she stepped forward to Lin Weixia, with a mocking tone, "Or maybe you're so poor that you need me to sponsor you some hair ties?" The crowd burst into laughter. Ha ha ha. Some said she's poor, some said she has no shame. A great representative of the F students. But Lin Weixia remained indifferent. "Once again, I have reported this issue to the teacher, you can go ask them." The redhead girl's face immediately turned ugly. She had never been opposed by a student in public before. "Since you're here, you must follow the rules for me. Today, no matter what, you have to tie your hair up." She suddenly reached out to grab Lin Weixia's hair but was stopped by another hand. "Stop." Li Qingran pushed the other person's hand away and scolded loudly, "Who are you? Do you know I'm..." But the words couldn't come out. Lu Sijia's queenly demeanor overwhelmed her. "Enough," he said, "it's not convenient. Li Qingran, don't use your position to deal with personal matters anymore." Li Qingran did not understand. What is he to you that you have to speak up for him? Why did Lu Sijia speak up for a stranger? But they didn't know that despite the difference in status, they had been good friends for a long time. Lu Sijia decisively said, "He is my friend." Lin Weixia was touched. This statement meant a lot to her. Everyone here was even more surprised. Just an F student, what's so special about him to be so proud? This F student is indeed too arrogant. Why is Lu Sijia hanging out with this cheap F student? You guys probably didn't expect Lu Sijia to comfort Lin Weixia. "Don't worry, I've got your back." Before one thing is finished, another thing arises. A few pairs of eyes behind are staring at the two girls with a mocking look on their faces. The leader is a bully in the school, Xing Zhaoxing. A younger brother praised, "Brother Xing really has a good eye. Lu Sijia is beautiful, with a perfect figure. If someone has a girlfriend like that, they can be proud." Another younger brother complimented, the new student who just transferred is also quite beautiful. Although she is a student of Class F, her temperament and aura are not inferior to Lu Xijia. Lin Weixia's perfect figure has attracted Jing Xiaoxing. Well, it's easy to hit on a Class F student, and her legs are also smooth. If when the time comes, a slap will definitely be very satisfying. He is thinking of a bad way to deal with Lin Weixia. Surprisingly, a hand patted Jing Xiaoxing on the shoulder. Banxing appeared behind. I have something to tell you, let's go to that corner and talk a bit. The next day, big news spread in the school. I heard that yesterday Banxing and Xingxing fought. It was because Xingxing offended Lin Weixia, so Banxing got angry. Those two have had something fishy with each other early. Banxing usually doesn't care about anyone, it turns out it's because of Lu Xijia. Beautiful men and women liking each other is nothing strange. The other day outside the school, I saw them together. Hearing that, the younger siblings immediately ran to verify. Ban Yi, is what they're saying true? Are you really fighting Xingxing because of Lu Xijia? Banxing smirked, then he took the bottle and scared the little guy so he didn't dare to ask more. Okay, quiet down here, stop talking. He turned to look at Banxing's exam paper. Wow, Ban Yi, you got 98 points in physics, just 2 more points and it's absolute perfection. Lin Weixia is doing homework behind, also curious, her eyes look surprised at Banxing, she listens carefully. Ban Yi, do you have any secrets to share with me? But Banxing just handed him a box of milk. Drink more milk, here. Ban Yi, don't answer me half-heartedly like that. Lin Weixia secretly thought that this exam was much harder than she had predicted. If Banxing scored 98 points, then he must be very smart. She also had to study harder to do well. Meanwhile, Banxing poured salted lemonade into a glass, making his friend curious. Since when do you like salted lemonade? Is this not salty? You didn't like salty before? Banxing smiled and replied, lately, I suddenly started to like it. This answer caused Lin Weixia, who was drawing a friction analysis chart with a pen, to suddenly deviate from the straight line and become a curve. She didn't know about the deep feelings of the young man for 10 years, a random encounter. He decided to pursue the love in his heart. During the break time, Lin Weixia asked Lu Xijia with concern, did the student union come to find you and cause trouble yesterday? Don't worry, they don't dare. By the way, Xiaxia, where did you find the name tag? I didn't find it, Banxing sold me a new one, I don't know how he did it so fast. Hearing this, Lu Xijia admired, if it's him, it's not surprising at all. Banxing is a talented person, he has been in business for a long time. Our Shan High School badge is also partly designed by him. His family is rich, so he must not do this for money. Hakes really admire him. Just mentioning Banxing, Lu Xijia restrained his arrogance by 3 parts, revealing admiration on his face. Lin Weixia rarely teases, I didn't realize the more you talk about him, the more you seem to like him. I heard that yesterday he did something for you. Lu Xijia immediately interrupted, don't talk nonsense, actually I have liked Banxing for a long time, he is different from other male students, he has a broad vision. His hobby is astronomy. He self-studies a lot of knowledge in physics and astronomy. I heard that during a summer vacation, he went alone to an observatory in the northwest to stargaze. The weather there is dry and dusty, yet he stayed there for 2 months just to find a star. He also likes swimming, he also has a lot of knowledge about large sea areas. But I can't understand the coordinates of the stars, let alone mention those physics knowledge. I also tried to swim like him, but as soon as I got into the water I almost drowned. It seems like I can never keep up with him. Seeing Lu Xijia sad, Lin Weixia immediately comforted her. Lu Xijia, I'm not good at comforting, but... Before she could finish her sentence, Lu Xijia abruptly cut her off, tightly holding Lin Weixia's hand, her sincere eyes looking at her. Xiaxia, can you help me pursue him? There was hope and longing in Lu Xijia's eyes. 2 days later, Feng Mao still exclaimed, that was lucky, it's also lucky that you found the name tag at that time. It's also fortunate that Lu Xijia stood up to defend you, otherwise our Class F students would have a hard time avoiding these troubles. Lin Weixia could only explain once again, it wasn't me who found the name tag, it was Ban Xing. Feng Mao widened his eyes, thinking about something, and then suddenly realized, oh, right, it was Ban Xing who sold it to you. Anyway, he is also the designer of our school. The two were talking when a voice suddenly called out, Lin Weixia, this weekend is Li Qingran's birthday. His family is having a big party, can you come? Lin Weixia immediately declined. I'm sorry, I have plans this weekend. The friend didn't care and left after saying, I don't need to know, I just came to inform you. Bye. Feng Mao asked with a hint of admiration in his tone, why didn't you attend their party? Basically, they don't invite students from Class F to join. Moreover, it's not good to confront Li Qingran, he also has a student council behind him. Lin Weixia explained, my family has a fruit store, I have to help out at the store on weekends. Lin Weixia couldn't help but ask further, you said Ban Xing designed the uniforms, so is the idea of using hierarchical uniforms also his idea? Does anyone have any objections? Feng Mao, I'm not sure either, I heard that there were also students who rejected F, but then they were opposed by student A. They said it's a tradition of Shanghai. While talking, the bell rang and Lin Weixia stopped speaking and returned to the classroom. Lu Sijia used her mouth to tell Lin Weixia to look at her phone. Li Qingran also invited you to the birthday party, right? He also invited me, I guess it's because someone pressured him so he agreed, and I agreed too. Li Qingran's brother is a friend of Ban Xing, so Ban Xing will be there too. Lin Weixia texted back, but I refused. Xia, you already agreed to help me, so this time you have to go with me, please. Lin Weixia wanted to refuse, but facing Lu Sijia's eyes, she remembered the scene where Lu Sijia protected her in front of everyone and calmly said she was her best friend. She replied, okay. Lin Weixia remembered that she hadn't paid Ban Xing yet, so she slipped 50,000 in cash inside his homework notebook. With a sound of thud, the notebook fell on her desk. Lin Weixia put down her pen and opened it to see several bills of cash fall out. There is 50,000, along with a note from her, on which are written two cold but polite words, thank you by Lin Weixia. Behind the word, thank you, is another line of cold, clear, and forceful words, no cash accepted, followed by a series of letters and numbers. Lin Weixia hesitated to look at the note, then calmly studied the map, her long and tall figure standing tall as if nothing had happened. She wanted to quickly pay Ban Xing. To resolve this matter, Lin Weixia took the phone out of the drawer, searching according to the instructions written on the paper. She found his profile picture as dark as ink, but when she clicked to enlarge it, there was a small starry sky. His nickname is Ban. Ban Xing's last name, which also means prohibited in English. Not even 2 seconds later, the friend request was accepted. The interface shows that the other party has approved your friend request, so you can start chatting now. After school, Lin Weixia went back home. After taking a shower she put on a nightgown and started playing with her phone. She transferred money to the other person had to click on Receive Money to confirm the successful receipt, if not, after 24 hours it will automatically be returned to the sender. I have transferred money to him since this afternoon, why hasn't he received it yet? Well, forget it, we'll ask tomorrow. Lin Weixia was about to go to sleep when her phone rang, she quickly picked it up to check. Lu Sijia constantly sent more than 10 messages asking Lin Weixia to help her choose clothes to wear to Li Qingran's birthday party this weekend. Lin Weixia smiled and helped her choose a black dress with a waist belt. The two chatted casually, then a message appeared on the phone screen, they tapped to view it. Ban Xing sent a location with a message, don't get lost. Lin Weixia finally didn't reply, how does he know I will go? And even sending the destination for me. Forget it, I'm too lazy to deal with it. On the weekend, the sunset descended. Lin Weixia quickly picked up the cactus pot and got on the bus to go to the villa area to attend Li Qingran's birthday party. Lin Weixia took a deep breath, took out her phone and sent a message to Lu Sijia. I have arrived at the foot of the mountain, forgot to tell you, I am bad with directions. Lu Xijia, can you come pick me up? The message was sent out like a sinking stone, watching the sunset disappear inch by inch as if a watercolor painting was being washed away. Luckily, she encountered Banshing's car. He lazily leaned back on the seat, wearing a black hood over his head. The winding mountain road, the cramped space in the narrow car. Young master, this road has many turns, you have to sit tight. The driver suddenly deliberately changed direction. Although she risked her life to maintain balance, she could not control the fall to one side. Lin Weixia almost fell into Banshing, her forehead hitting his chin. His broad chest carried a warm temperature. Banshing was restless, feeling like a teenager. Lin Weixia felt like she was being shocked, almost numb. Oops, a cold voice, a low sound echoed in her ears. A drop of bright red blood on his left index finger. Your hand was pierced by a dragon bone. Sorry, she said as she searched herself, taking out a personal bandage and handing it to him. You can use this bandage to wrap it up first. Banshing took it, bowed his head, bit the personal bandage, and tore it with the other hand. Snap, the bandage swayed and stuck to the wound. Haven't you arrived early? Lin Weixia broke the awkward atmosphere and asked, I just checked the messages in the group a moment ago. Someone sent a photo of the party. I saw you in it. Banshing replied, something came up so I had to go out for a trip. Li Qingran's older brother conveniently asked me to buy some stuff, while also checking if anyone got lost. Not long after, the car drove onto a wide straight road full of lush green grass. The car stopped in front of a villa. Banshing got out, opened the trunk at the back of the car. Inside were all the things needed for the party. Uncle Chen, your back hurts, so let me carry these for you. Uncle Chen hurriedly wiped his sweat. It's okay, young master, I can carry it twice. Lin Weixia got a ride, unable to idle. Let me help uncle too. A strong figure blocked in front of her. Handed her a bunch of colorful balloons. Hold this. Banshing, hands busy, you don't need to transport anything, I'll be right back. Lin Weixia thought to herself that he is really good at caring for others. He glanced at the cactus pot, raised his eyebrows and asked, is this cactus a birthday gift for Li Qingran? Lin Weixia nodded. She had nothing to give as a gift. She had been taking care of this cactus for a long time. It was relatively precious, so she brought it out to give to someone else. Banshing asked that. It's because she felt her gift was unworthy, right? At that time, she thought Banshing would mock her birthday gift. Suddenly, Banshing grabbed her birthday gift. What are you doing? He turned around and placed the plant pot in the trunk of the car, sounding indifferent. If this pierced my hand, then it must be given to me. No, Lin Weixia refused. Banshing was not angry either, took the gift box from the car and handed it to her, still looking nonchalant. Give this to Li Qingran. She said she wanted the autograph of a famous person. Lin Weixia pursed her lips and said, I think the gift I gave is pretty good. If you want to give it to her, you don't need to use my hand. Li Qingran is allergic to cactus. Lin Weixia widened her eyes, thinking he looked down on her gift, but he did not. She misunderstood him. Suddenly, she understood why so many girls were infatuated with him. Lin Weixia holding 2 bunches of balloons, Banshing carrying 2 boxes of items with her. As they entered the mansion's gate, they heard, where is Banshing? He seems to have gone out for a bit. The birthday is about to start, why hasn't he come back yet? Lin Weixia appeared at the same time as Banshing. The atmosphere was quiet for a moment. The eyes of everyone looked straight together, with both amazement and disdain. It turns out that the thoughts of Student F are so clear on his face so quickly. Just met a few days, but he has been following Banshing. When Lu Xijia saw the two of them, she walked up to hold Lin Weixia's hand. Xia, I'm sorry. I just saw your message. I should have picked you up first. Banshing, thank you for bringing her here. Banshing smiled, handed the belongings to the steward, not looking into her eyes throughout the process. Lin Weixia conveniently took the gift box in her hand and handed it to Li Qingran, saying, Happy birthday. Li Qingran lifted her chin to receive the gift, showing no interest. If it weren't for Lu Xijia, who else would bother inviting her? If a gift from student F, it's uncertain what lowly item it might be. After she opened the gift, she suddenly screamed, her expression dark and unnatural, hoarsely saying, "Oh, how did you know I like him? Where did you get this idol's autograph? You're amazing, thank you." I didn't expect her to also give that kind of gift. There must be some kind of relationship. No wonder Lu Xijia brought her along. Hurry up, there's breakfast inside. Li Qingran's attitude immediately became enthusiastic. Lin Weixia inadvertently saw Banxing standing with other boys, chatting casually. Banxing also raised his eyebrows, glanced over, and handed her a candy. In addition to being vigilant and defensive, she also had to figure out how to deal with the people in this room. But he's different, still always so innocent. The birthday party was organized very large. 2 long tables were full of breakfast items and various drinks. A male student asked Banxing, "The girl sitting on that U-shaped sofa is not bad, what is her name?" Everyone's eyes followed his movements. Lu Xijia also looked. "The girl sitting on the sofa is Lin Weixia." Banxing also glanced over. She didn't care much about the party. Compared to others' makeup, she looked even more out of place. The slender waist subtly revealed. Lin Weixia sat there playing puzzles. Is she sitting there lonely? Even the host of the party doesn't care about her, so why is she here? Banxing replied, "She wants to find pain for herself." The opposite party is dumbfounded, a group of people with solemn faces looking at Banxing. The friend next to him smiles and says, "I asked just because I saw that she is your classmate. I surrender." Lu Xijia, standing behind, heard the conversation, feeling something sinking in her heart, wanting to bring orange juice for Banxing, but hearing their discussion, why does she feel that Banxing cares a lot about Lin Weixia? She is not in the mood to talk and runs downstairs. "Xia, it's orange juice." Lu Xijia says, "I plan to start tomorrow, giving milk to him every morning." "That's fine." Lin Weixia reminds her, the milk he drinks is Shenguang brand, sweet milk. Lu Xijia frowns. Instinctively on guard, "How do you know?" "Everyone in the school knows that he drinks a bottle of milk every morning, and I sit next to him." Lu Xijia feels relieved. That's true, wishing she had just overthought it. They heard a noise from the other side. Lin Weixia sat there, turned his head and saw Jing Zhaoxing and a group of boys surrounding a weak girl in the classroom, holding a box of crackers in his hand, looking scared and hesitant. Jing Zhaoxing smirked, waved his hand towards the girl. "Why do you want to run away? Come here, let me have a taste of the crackers." Under the threatening gaze of other male students, the frail girl bowed her head and tried to open the cookie box several times, but failed. The boy behind her used force to push her. "Why are you so slow? Jing is talking to you, are you mute?" Due to the excessive inertia, the girl fell forward. When she was about to collide with Jing Zhaoxing, he moved aside. The girl fell to the ground like a frog. A group of people laughed, the sound was extremely annoying. "Hey, be careful. You almost ran into me. She's really pitiful, she can't even stand steadily." Lin Weixia saw this scene advancing forward. These people are really over the top. Suddenly, a long arm reached out and pulled her. Lin Weixia couldn't control being pulled into a nearby corner. Lin Weixia only felt the boy's arm dragging her with great force, her sense of smell suddenly becoming sensitive, the cold cigarette smell of the other party creeping into her nose bit by bit. Lin Weixia didn't know who the other person was, her own consciousness making her flinch and dodge. "Who? What do you want?" The other person spoke. "It's me." Banxing stood in front of her, one hand holding her tightly, the other hand still holding the cigarette. He tilted his head and exhaled a puff of smoke, his eyes still staring at her. This person is really handsome, with a hint of arrogance, and his appearance is top-notch. "Let go," he said, "stop putting on a show." Lin Weixia raised her head, looking at the situation in front of her very clearly. Jing Zhaoxing tried a piece of biscuit, which he may not have eaten yet. "Little sister, who invited you to come and show off like this? Biscuits? This thing tastes terrible." How dare you bring this disgusting thing to this party?